Do it again.
That was like one of the best takes so far, as well as relaxed. You get to be more like...
Yeah. All right. I gotta do my father's role.
Yeah, we should actually show this part of the portion, you know,
Right.
see how we're like, loosen up, as this is what they actually do in theater. So, hi, how are you? I'm Dominic Fusco of Dominic Fusco Studios. We're based out of Fairfield, Connecticut, and I'm 56 years old, and I have a unique boutique design firm that specializes in the custom wall finishes and interior decor.
Unique boutique, that's fun to say.
Oh, shut up, he's a pain in my ass.
I'm Doug St. John, I'm 49 years old. I work with Dominic. I do his CAD drawings, project management, and construction details, as well as determining what parts of the project that we can remove walls and open up spaces.
And so this room we're actually sitting today is one of my favorite spaces I designed thus far, and a challenge as well, because it was it only had 7-foot, 3-foot ceilings.
It was a 3-season porch that we rarely use, maybe a couple times a year. It was drafty. It had radiators wrapped around the room.
It smelled terrible. The mold was disgusting.
And it had a low ceiling. So to give it a little bit of drama, we vaulted the ceiling. I actually ended up jacking up the walls, removing the windows, jacking up the walls, reframing the walls properly insulating them, resheathing them. And one of the other design challenges we had was putting in a pocket door to separate the room from the rest of the house. We also use the dining room as a design studio. We do meet our clients here, and we wanted some privacy. The biggest design challenge on the pocket door was that there's Venetian plaster walls on the opposite side.
And if he destroyed the Venetian plaster walls, he would have been dead man. And what I like about the space, it's very unconventional. I hate when a client has a dining room that they very seldom use except on holidays. So I didn't want to fall into that kind of category. So I designed a custom banquette, and it was used as a barrier for our window because we park our car out here and it was always an ugly sight. And it's just a very room that you want to be in all the time. We have a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and like Doug said, we also use it for our conference room as well.
Just my shirt.
Now get your sorry ass and sit down on this table. Adjust your shirt. Look pretty. You know you're the good looking one of this relationship.
Pretty ugly.
I can't believe I'm sitting in this house all day doing this stupid video. Oh, hi. How are you?
If you could be a lobster or a turtle, what would you be?
What kind of stupid ass question is that? You know, even though lobster tastes good, I wouldn't rather be either one of them. They're both ugly looking creatures, and I don't do ugly.
Well, you're wrong there. Prepared properly, both of them could be delicious.
That's him thinking about food all the time.
If I had to be one, I'd probably choose being a turtle. And the inside of my dream...
Because he's slow-ish. Slow-ish.
The inside of my dream turtle shell would be the inside of the bottle of I Dream of Genie with a big screen TV and a kick-ass surround sound system.
Yeah, he's a big old girl. See what that looks like. That seems like it's getting... Alright, Doug, what's the next question?
What do you like most about design, and what's the most exciting?
Getting paid! The thing I like most about design is be able to creating something out of nothing. I come from an art background, and I was fine artist, and nothing was so rewarding as seeing a blank piece of canvas. It was a blank slate, and you'd be able to take this blank slate and make something out of it. And the blank slate for my interiors is when I walk into a client's home, I like to get rid of everything, all the furnishing in the home. In the room, because I don't like to see any distractions. So a blank canvas for me is the sheetrock walls, and the most important element of a room is all the architectural details. So the moldings, the walls, the floor, it all starts from there, and from there you create something beautiful.
Good answer.
You like that?
Yeah. Yep. Hold on.
You think you could have printed this words a little bit bigger? They're like 1/16 of an inch. I can't see them together.
All right, shh. How did you get into design, and what ultimately sparked your passion to get into it?
Oh, okay. I got into design because my my business was high-end wall finishes. And I work, and I still work with some of the most prominent architects and interior designs today. I don't just do interiors, I also have that business as well. And how it started was by doing clients' homes that they didn't know what to do as far as the design aspect, and I used to give them suggestions, and they used to love the suggestions, and then they go, can you do this for me? And it all started from there. But the biggest break that I think that we got was a really nice big project, was out for a friend of ours that is a doctor out in Brooklyn, and he wanted us to go
He wanted us to go house hunting with him.
oh, house hunting.
House hunting, and we actually
House
showed
hunters.
up. We actually showed up that weekend in Brooklyn to go look at some houses with him, since I know a lot about houses, and he hadn't sent up any appointments. So we took it upon ourselves and set up, made arrangements. We went and looked at some open house listings. Ultimately, it took 3 houses. There was the 3rd building we went to.
Yeah, and I'm very convincing. And I seen this place, and I loved it. It was like the juices started flowing. I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it. It was very dramatic, and I'm all about drama. And it was four different levels. It was just beautiful, and so
it was 4 different levels, private street entrance in a condo building that used to be an old furniture factory in Brooklyn.
And what was really nice about it is that it had its own little private gated entrance, so he didn't have to walk through the lobby. It was beautiful. And if he didn't make this offer, I would have made the offer myself. I just fell in love with the place, and he ultimately bought it. And we started with a very low budget for the living room. He was very nervous, and it wound up that he fell in love with the living room, and I went on to do the remaining in the house, and had him up with his budget a lot, 3 times, went up to like from 10 to 70,000. Hey Doug, what are you doing?
Hey, what? Coming in.
You feel more comfortable about this?
I am now.
Oh, I guess I am as well. Cocktail time. So what's the next question?
How would you describe your design aesthetic?
Well, I have a signature style, and it's very tailored, chic, modern interiors. It's very visual stimulating. I like to take furnishings from different eras and styles and create a modernist aesthetic. And what's nice about it is that you very seldom get 2 clients that have the same taste. You have one might like traditional, one likes modern, and it's nice to get both, their loves of the room, their styles, and putting it together to make a nice, beautiful, cohesive design.
So they feel comfortable in their own home.
Exactly. Just like I'm starting to feel a little more comfortable right now in my own home. So usually when I start a project, it's it could be a number of different ways how you go about it. Sometimes it's just a cold call, and I ask the client of how they heard about me. Did they see my work before? What prompted the phone call? Is my style something that they can gravitate towards? So I know exactly where they're coming from, and then from there, it's usually met at our office, because we like to
get the client out of their natural environment, so we're not prejudiced by what their surroundings are. And
I don't see their existing furniture. I mean, I love bringing in furniture that they have, but I do a lot of editing with that furniture, and I might have to twist some arms sometimes to get rid of certain pieces that are just not going to work with it. And then after that, after they come to our office to our first consultation, it's nice because they come dressed up, so I get a chance to see what they're wearing, and that really will help me determine of the type of person they are, the style, if they're the more casual person, a little more formal, and I just take it from there. And then it's usually followed up with a questionnaire that we came up with, and they answer the questions, and it's a series of steps to get the job into contract and get the ball rolling.
Best part of working with clients, what do you like about it? Make it short.
The best part of working with clients is usually, you get to know what they're about and what they like, and from there, hopefully they feel comfortable. They give you not free reign, but enough of confidence, because most of the time clients are very indecisive. They can't make a decision. It's like you're pulling your hair out, and I had a full head of hair before I started this business.
Both of us did.
And I look like Fabio. And it's going out and, you know, finding the fabrics and going out furniture shopping, which I love to do. I love to spend money, especially other people's money, and to go out and, you know, to go out to antique stores and find nice vintage pieces to mix with their contemporary or traditional pieces as well, to incorporate the two. And the best part about it is when you're finished, because like I said, they doubt you every step of the way. It can be crazy, a nightmare, very frustrating. But I can give you the "I told you so" dance.
And even better than that, it's such a stressful process building, disturbing these people's lives. But at the end of everything, they can't wait for it to be over, but they're going to miss us, and I can do that. You're going to miss me when I'm gone. You're going to miss me when I'm gone. Dance. We're excited about working with House Hunters Renovations because I was flipping houses before they called it flipping houses. And my parents restored old houses from a Victorian farmhouse in upstate New York to a ranch down in Texas. I grew up, I was the unwilling participant in the labor for that.
Slave labor.
Slave labor. However, I did learn a lot. I got the courage to go out on my own and renovated many houses in central Massachusetts, some old Victorian, some classic homes. And what I really like about it up here is a lot of the times landscaping is an afterthought of the interior of the house. And so what I like to do is working in conjunction with Dominic, doing the landscape design, is making almost a seamless flow from the interior to the exterior. And I can bring in a lot of changes to a house that has been static for 50, 60 years, 100 years, make it something classic, contemporary, but more importantly, the yard is not going to be an afterthought. You're going to actually be able to transition from the house seamlessly to the outdoors, and there are tricks of the trade that you can use to actually extend the season, to enjoy your outdoors, but more importantly, you have a living palette of picture outside, a painting outside your window of a landscape that the room frames, the windows frame your portrait of your landscape.
One experience in my life that influenced my design aesthetic was in the early 1990s. I was pursuing a career in fine art, and I wound up getting picked up by an Asian publishing design firm based out in Hawaii, and most of the designers were of Asian descent as well. And I got to spend time with them and their lifestyle, and I was out there for 2 or 3 weeks, and I seen the simplicity of the design, the way they lived, and it was a big influence that nothing has to be so decorative, and something could be so simple and tranquil that could be really quite beautiful. So even today, a lot of my rooms incorporate Asian influence as far as accessories, and I think that's probably the biggest influence I had thus far. I know the last question is how my best friend would describe me, and you know, it's kind of presumptuous of me to think that I can actually say that, but since Doug is my best friend and my partner in life, I'll have him describe it.
And I would say that I am his best friend and his partner in life, that he's being a passionate designer, he's talented, very critical eye, and is willing to go that extra distance to do it perfectly the first time. And he also makes a beautiful, comfortable home for me and for any of our clients.
So thank you for joining us at our home office, and I hope to hear back from you guys.
Thank you.